could be Chris Paul and the Clippers. Clippers been struggling recently. They've lost 3 in a row as they're fighting for a playoff spot. But Paul, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan are all healthy right now. They still have not been playing good basketball, but this is an important game for them this evening. And this presentation of NBA Saturday Primetime continues after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
NBA Saturday Primetime on ABC, presented by Verizon Wireless. Verizon, join the better network because better matters. And in part by Hyundai.
We welcome you to NBA Saturday Primetime. It's presented by Verizon Wireless as the LA Clippers will host the Cleveland Cavaliers downtown LA. A beautiful afternoon. The Staples Center, the site. Crowds continue to file in as we look at our starting lineups brought to you by Taco Bell. And unfortunately, the starting lineups, one of the storylines heading into this one, with no LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love all sitting out. Darren Williams will get his second start as a Cav. J.R. Smoot moved back into the starting lineup with Shumpert, Channing Frye, and the Iron Man, Tristan Thompson. Meanwhile, for the Clippers, they are finally healthy. Chris Paul, J.J. Redick, Luke Amute, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan. But they're a team that's struggling a bit right now as they're 40-29. Chris Paul's team has lost 3 straight. Right now, the 5th best record in the Western Conference, but they're only a half game ahead of 6. Time for tonight's Fresh Take, brought to you by Subway. What's been up with the Clippers? Well, Doc Rivers telling us before the game, we simply have to play better defense. You see the difference in wins and losses. That's a huge disparity. They've had some stretches where you say, you know what, this is a pretty good defensive team, but they've had some where the defense has been downright awful. And what's surprising is you look at their starting 5. DeAndre They'll review it, but he clearly got it off in time. And the Cavs finish off on a 12-2 run. Smith on the drive, the pull-up, and lets it go in plenty of time. 3 more quarters to go. Cavs go back up by 2. Another one of those in-season acquisitions who've become part of the rotation. And the Cavs have needed them. Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Everything Goodyear has learned making tires for game-changing traction inspires what they roll into yours. Goodyear, more driven. Tonight at Staples Center, Chris Paul's wearing a mic for us. Well, Kevin Love not playing, but this was the workout that, Jeff, you spoke of earlier before the game. Got up a real good sweat. Lisa Salta is going to talk with Kevin Love in just a bit. Coming up with 5:27 remaining here, second quarter from L.A. Welcome back to NBA Saturday Primetime, presented by Verizon Wireless. LeBron James not playing, but he's making jokes. He's making suggestions. And yes, he is making some friends as well. Some chance before. Half comes to an end.
Close out the half. Great job by Blake Griffin. Bad free throw shooter shooting the basketball. Attack the offensive boards. Don't surrender possession above everybody else. Get in my post. Outstanding athletic ability by Blake Griffin.
As expected, some ugly ball out there with Cavs missing so many key players, only 31 points. H&R Block halftime report coming up after these messages. Clippers up by 16.
NBA Saturday Primetime on ABC, presented by Verizon Wireless. Brought to you by Universal Pictures.
Back to NBA Saturday Primetime, presented by Verizon Wireless. Unfortunately, here from Los Angeles, the number one storyline of the Cavs and the Clippers is who's not playing. LeBron James, Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving, Kyle Korver also, who's been out for a while. And they're just sitting on the bench, having a good old time. Having a little interaction with fans as well, as their team is getting hammered. As we look at the first half stats brought to you by Geico. Cavs, one of the top three-point shooting teams in the NBA, when whole, are 0 for 13. Clippers not that much better, but they've got their all-stars all playing.
hence up by 16 points. As he walks back to the
home court. Home court still matters.
And it can cost a coach his job.
back here at the Staples Center. Again, no LeBron James, Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving. And plenty of LeBron James fans. Many 23 jerseys and T-shirts. But he's on the bench. Carmelo told Sage Steele this. Haha, rest my butt. If you don't have at least 10 years experience, get your butt to playing. Hell, it's not work, it's called playing. Besides, tell our underpaid service members and police and first responders to rest. Darn it, they can't. Sounds like you guys are all of his back up to 17. He's got some words for down the other end.
Yeah, this is when he's at his best and his team is at their best, no matter who's defending. Look to be aggressive and make plays, and then talk your trash.
NBA Saturday Primetime on ABC, presented by Verizon Wireless. Verizon, join a better network because better matters. And in part by the Subway Italian Hero, with Capicola and Mortadella. Limited time only.
Third quarter comes to an end. Blake Griffin, 13 points in the third quarter, 23 for the game. This presentation of NBA Saturday Primetime continues after this message and a word from our ABC stations. Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Everything Goodyear has learned making tires for game-changing traction inspires what they roll into yours. Goodyear, more driven. Moments ago, Doc Rivers with Lisa. Fifth spot in the West. Russell Westbrook, 2 rebounds shy of yet another triple-double. That might have been the highlight play of the game. Clippers up 30.
NBA Saturday Primetime on ABC, presented by Verizon Wireless. Verizon, join a better network because better matters. And in part by Taco Bell, the triple-double crunch wrap, bigger, beefier, and back on the menu.
Well, we've got a special Tuesday night edition of NBA doubleheader on ESPN. First at 7, Bulls and Raptors from Toronto. Raptors and Bulls both fighting for playoff spots and positioning. Then at 9:30, Spurs and the Timberwolves from Minneapolis. Final score 108-78. We'll be back at the Staples Center with more after this timeout.